observed, is that correct?
Correct.
What were you trying to capture in this photograph, State's Exhibit 39?
Just above his left eyebrow, you see like a bump. There's some redness and swelling there. That's what I was trying to capture on my department-issued cell phone.
Okay. I'm going to show State's Exhibit 51. What is that? What were you trying to capture in 51?
A different angle of that bump above his left eyebrow.
Okay. And State's Exhibit 50. What are we looking at here?
Just an external shot of his face to show just his full face for context.
I'm actually going to move it over. I think our clicker is. In terms of what you were trying to photograph.
Well, this photo just provides just the full context of his face, but you can also see the elevation on the left, above his left eyebrow or left temple area.
Thank you. And looking at State's Exhibit 40, Officer Beltran, what were we looking at here?
His left cheek, I was trying to capture the abrasion near his chin.
And 41, is this a photo of the same, up closer?
Correct.
Okay. State's Exhibit 49, who is that?
Isaiah.
Okay, thank you. Did you take photographs of Isaiah's hands as part of this process as well?
I did.
Showing you State's Exhibit 42. What are we looking at here?
The top part of Isaiah's hands.
State's Exhibit 47. What were you photographing at State's Exhibit 47?
Some scratches on his left shoulder.
Okay. And what about State's Exhibit 45? What were you trying to photograph in 45?
To see if there were any markings on his neck.
Okay. Did you have any indication that Isaiah had been engaged in the same way with the adult male, with Mr. Ali, as Fatima had?
No.
Okay. And you said you also spoke with Fatima, is that correct?
I did.
And you took photographs of Fatima as well, is that correct?
Correct.
When you spoke with Fatima or observed Fatima, what, if anything, did you observe about her physical appearance?
Upon initial contact with her, and prior to requesting for medical, I had no contact with her, but I did observe her in the corner of the room. It wasn't until after fire had completed their evaluation when I re-entered the room and made contact with her. You inquired about demeanor?
Yes.
She was seated in the corner. She's fairly quiet until I engaged with her.
Did you observe any injuries to her?
Not initially.
Okay. What about after you had contact with her?
Yes, so after I completed my preliminary interview and she was loaded up on the gurney, I did observe some scratches and red marks along both sides of her neck.
Okay. What about, how did she sound? How was her voice?
She spoke in a very low tone. Her voice was very raspy and almost as if it was dry.
And did you photograph what you were able to observe on Fatima as well?
I did.
May I approach her? Officer Beltran, I'm going to ask you to look at what's been marked as States Exhibits 52 to 59. Review those silently to yourself, please, sir, and then look up at me when you're done. Officer Beltran, do you recognize what I've handed you?
I do.
What are those?
Photographs that I took on my department-issued cell phone.
Okay. And photographs you took of who?
Fatima.
Okay. And are those photographs associated with the events you've been talking about today?
Correct.
And did those photographs, States Exhibits 52 through 59, appear to you to be a true and accurate representation of Ms. Ali as she appeared to you on October 18th, 2024?
They do.
Your Honor, this time the state would move to admit States Exhibits 52 through 59.
Mr. Speaking, the objection. Mr. Leary, the objection. 52 through 59 shall be admitted.
May I retrieve those and publish, Your Honor?
Yes.
Starting with States Exhibit 52. And who are we looking at in States Exhibit 52?
Fatima.
Okay, and where is Fatima located at the time you took this photograph?
In the main office of Timberline High School.
Okay, and how is she currently pictured in this photograph?
In a gurney, prepped, ready to go to the hospital.
Okay, so you've looked at her, you've taken these photos after medics, is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. States Exhibit 53. What are we looking at here, sir?
Facial photograph of Fatima.
Okay. States Exhibit 54. What were you trying to photograph there? And I know it's bright.
There are some red marks and some scratches, I believe, on the left side of her neck. That's what I was trying to photograph.
Okay. Are you talking about what I would describe as just below the center of the photograph here?
Correct.
Okay. States Exhibit 57. What are we looking at here?
The right side of Fatima's neck.
Okay. And again, there's lights right over the TV screen, is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. So when you're talking about the other side of her neck, was there anything about her jaw that you were trying to photograph?
Not at this time.
Okay. What about later?
Yes, so when I conducted the photographs, I inquired if Fatima had any other injuries or felt pain anywhere else. And so she advised me that she was feeling pain in her lower jaw.
So were you trying to take a photograph of that or capture that as well?
Correct.
Okay. States Exhibit 56. What is that, a photograph of?
a closer shot of the right side of her neck.
Okay. And State's Exhibit 59, what were you taking a photograph here in State's Exhibit 59?
Angle further back to capture both sides of her neck.
Okay, so why were you concerned about taking photograph of her neck?
Just given what information she provided to me as far as what went down in the incident, I wanted to make sure to fully capture her reported injuries.
Okay, and that was immediately after the incident, correct?
Correct.
And so after fire completed their evaluation, what happened next?
I was advised that she was to be transported to Providence St. Peter Hospital for further medical evaluation.
Okay. Did you follow her to the hospital?
I did not.
Okay. What did you do then next?
I remained on scene at Timberline High School and waited for Isaiah's guardians to arrive to conduct an audio and video recorded statement.
Okay. And then after you spoke with Isaiah and photographed Isaiah, what did you do?
I returned back to the Lacey Police Department.
Okay. Did you contact anyone else associated with this case?
I did contact the nonprofit organization that Fatima was working with to inquire whether or not bed space would be available in the event that she was discharged from the hospital, and then also contacted CPS and advised them of the incident.
Okay. What about, are you familiar whether a protection order or trespass order was associated with this case?
I am.
Did you do anything with those?
Yes, I located the temporary protection order that was issued on, I believe, October 14th between Isaiah's family and Fatima's mother. I uploaded that as part of evidence for the case, as well as the North Thurston Public School District trespass letter that was issued to Fatima's mother on September 17th, 2024.
Okay, thank you. And you indicated just before that you had contacted the nonprofit associated with this case, as well as CPS to check on status of whether there was availability for Fatima. Is that correct?
Correct.
Were you aware whether Fatima was listed as a runaway at this point during your interactions with Fatima or that nonprofit?
After the fact, yes. It was associated with the initial 911 call, and it was cross-referenced, and it was also discussed with other officers that were on scene that she was the associated runaway from earlier in the day.
Okay, and let me ask you a general question. When somebody is a runaway, are they given a specific status, or is there a formal indicator of that?
Yes, they are listed in our system, or WASIC and NCIC, as a runaway, just like in the event somebody wants to report a family member that's an adult as a missing person, they are assigned that designator in the event somebody were to run their name through dispatch.
And that's not, to be clear, that's not a crime, right? Being a runaway is not a crime that you would charge someone with.
Correct. It's a status offense. In the off chance that they were of an adult age, they wouldn't be entered into the system.
Okay. And when, let's say a school, well, you work in the schools, correct?
Correct.
And if somebody in the school, whether they know that they are formally listed as a runaway or they don't know, or maybe they just know colloquially, right? Maybe the student has just told them, is a school required to notify you if they come in contact with that person?
No.
Are you required to notify parents or guardians if you come in contact with that person?
Not initially.
Okay. And in what situation may you not be required to do that?
In the event the student expresses safety concerns.
And what about the school to you? Is that this? Thank you. I have no further questions.
Thank you. Mr. Kading, cross-examination.
morning, officer.
Good morning.
I wanted to show you some exhibits here that have been marked as exhibits 524 through 504 through 524. If I may approach, Your Honor, I'd like to hand him exhibits 504 through 516 to begin with.
You may.
Officer, if you could just take a look at those for me real quick. Do those look familiar to you?
Yes.
And could you please tell us what those are?
Photographs of Isaiah.
And are those the same photographs that the prosecutor showed you?
I believe so, yes.
Okay. Let me approach and take those back down real quick.
You may.
I may approach again, Your Honor. I'm going to hand you two exhibits, 504 and
You may.
49. Officer, do those appear to be the same photograph?
Yes, with some distortion of, I'm assuming the printer, but yes.
Okay. They seem to have a little bit different coloring, is that right?
Correct.
Okay. And would you say that's just due to the printer?
I would say so, yes.
Okay. Thank you. I want to look at I'm going to hand you Exhibit 523 and 59. One moment. Take a look at those. Do you recognize those photos as the same photo?
Yes.
Okay. Now, in those photos, can you see different markings on the photos, on the face?
I do.
Okay. And could you tell us who that is that we're looking at there?
Fatima.
Okay. And in exhibit number, is that 516? 523. Is there more or less markings in that photo?
More.
Okay. And what about the color of the sweater she's wearing?
The color of the sweater in 523 appears to be lighter.
Okay. And do you remember what the actual color was closer to in those?
Dark colored, possibly black.
Okay. So you think the photo that has more detail is of the face is less accurate color-wise?
I mean, given the lighting conditions, it is still a dark colored hoodie. Can you rephrase that question?
Well,
or yeah.
I just asked, the face on the one seems to show more detail, right?
Yes, on 523 it shows more detail.
Okay, but the sweater seems to be lighter in color.
Correct, versus the other exhibit, number 59.
Okay, so my question is, do you have any recollection that when you took the photo, which color was more accurate? Of the sweater, excuse me.
I don't.
You don't?
No.
Okay. Thank you. I may approach you, brought those in. And so, these photos that you took appear different even though they're the same photo, is that right?
Correct.
Okay.
And printed out, yes.
Printed out differently, all right. And the photos, did you check 524 through 517 of Fatima? Did you look at those yet? Or just the ones of us?
So Mr. Kading is handing the witness what's been marked 517 through 524, is that correct?
That's correct.
Yes, I've seen these.
Okay, and do those appear to be the copies of the pictures that you took that day?
Correct.
All right. Thank you, if I may approach. Your Honor, at this time, I'd move to admit exhibits 503, or excuse me, 504 through 524.
Mr. Larry, any objection?
There you are.
Ms. Stone,
May I go under the witness?
you may. Mr. Kading, Ms. Stone is going to voir dire the witness.
That's fine.
Officer Beltran, just to be clear, when you take photographs, do you do anything special in terms of adjusting the camera angle, doing anything like that?
I do not.
Okay. Have you printed off photographs before?
In relation to this case or just in general?
In general.
Yes.
Have you experienced any difference in printing off photographs depending on where you print them?
Correct.
Okay. So they don't necessarily come out the same. Let's say if you print it off a home computer, or if you go print it off your work, or if someone else prints it off somewhere else. Is that correct?
Correct.
When you were taking the photographs in this case, were you intending to do anything different with the camera, lighting or otherwise?
No.
Okay. What is your recollection of how Fatima's clothing appeared to you?
Dark in colored.
Okay. When you say dark in color, what do you mean by that? Like a green, a blue, a purple, something else? If you recall.
Yeah, almost black. Black hooded sweatshirt, black athletic pants, and black tennis shoes.
Okay. And so when Mr. Kading is presenting you with a photograph that I believe you described, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, I believe you described the color of Fatima's sweatshirt being lighter. Would you anticipate, based on your training and experience, taking photographs with this case and in your career that might make someone look different?
Yes.
Okay. And depending on how you printed them, might more markings potentially show up if that photograph was lighter?
Correct.
So in the States, when the state provides you photographs and those photographs are darker, might that show less markings?
Yes.
Okay, so based on your review of the photographs from Mr. Kading, did it appear that his photographs were lighter?
Yes.
Does that make them less accurate or just different?
different.
Okay?
Ms. Stone, you're voir diring the witness as it relates to whether or not you have an objection to 504 to 524.
Yes, Your Honor, I just had a follow-up question. When you look at those photographs between 504 to 524, do you have any concerns about the accuracy of them in compared to the states, or are they just different in terms of printing?
They're different just in terms of printing.
Okay, thank you very much.
Do you have any objection, Ms. Stone?
I do not, Your Honor.
504 through 524 shall be admitted.
Thank you. And Your Honor, at this time, I am not going to move to publish these as we have seen the photos. We will have them for the jury to look at later.
All right.
All right. Now, thank you, Officer Beltran. So you arrived at the school at approximately 2:20, is that right?
226.
2:26, okay. And did you first go to the parking lot?
I did.
All right. And how many officers did you see in the parking lot?
Several.
All right. Did you talk to any of them?
Initially, 2 of them.
Which were who?
Corporal Pruneda and Officer Hang.
And when you saw Officer Hang, was he at his vehicle or was he on the street?
He was in the parking lot near his vehicle.
Okay. And at that time, did you see the defendant anywhere?
I did not.
Did you talk to any civilian witnesses in the parking lot?
No.
Thank you. All right. And when you got there, did you see Mrs. Ali anywhere?
No.
Did you go to the hospital after this incident?
I did not.
Subsequent to the 18th of October, did you talk to anyone else about this case?
With our, like within the department or
Yeah.
community
Sorry,
members?
You can't ask questions.
Oh.
I'm sorry. I'll clarify.
Okay.
Did you talk with anyone else in the department about this case?
I did.
Okay, and who did you talk to?
Several officers, Officer Howard, believe some of our detective division, Sergeant Landworld, as far as updates go, Detective Sergeant Knight.
Did they give you anything more to do on this case?
On October 25th, 2024 at 7:29 hours in the morning, I did drive by Fatima's residence just to see if any vehicles were present, and none were located. And that information was relayed back to the detective division.
Okay. So you were directed by someone in the department to go drive by the residence?
I wouldn't say I was directed. I voluntarily drove by the residence.
I have no further questions. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Larry, cross-examination.
Warrant Officer Beltran, I don't have any questions for you.
Thank you.
Redirect.
Briefly, Your Honor, thank you. Officer Beltran, are you familiar with something called body cam?
I am.
What is that?
It's a department-issued camera that all officers carry on them when they're out and patrolling or out doing their job function.
Okay. And how does that work? Is it on all the time? Is it something that you turn on? How does that work, system?
Typically, it's something we activate, but in the event that we have a emergency signal that gets activated either through our patrol vehicle, sometimes the camera does auto activate.
And did you have body cam on you on October 18th of 2024?
I did.
And was it activated and working at that time?
It was.
Okay. What about when you made contact with the minors in this case?
It was.
Okay. May I approach, Your Honor?
You may.
I'm going to show you what's been marked as State's Exhibit 60. Ask you to look at that silently to yourself for a moment, please, and then look up at me when you're done, sir. Do you recognize what I've handed you?
I do.
What is State's Exhibit 60?
Looks like a still shot from my body-worn camera in the room where Fatima was seated while she had her medical evaluation, as well as the same location I conducted my preliminary interview.
Okay. And does that appear to be a true and accurate representation of that still shot from your body cam on October 18, 2024?
It does.
Okay, State would move to admit State's Exhibit 60.
Mr. Kading, any objection?
No objection.
Mr. Larry?
There you are.
60 shall be admitted.
Thank you, Your Honor. May I retrieve and publish?
You may.
I'll give it a second to autofocus. Officer Beltran, can you orient the jury to what they're looking at in this photograph?
Yes, Fatima's seated on the couch. This is where I conducted my preliminary interview. Just for reference, my body camera is located on the left side of my external carrier. So this would be the angle from my external vest.
Okay, so just to clarify, when you say external carrier, do you mean your vest?
I do.
Okay. So when it's on the left side of your vest, that's the angle based on that. There are markings on this exhibit in the upper right-hand corner of that still shot. Can you explain what those markings are, please?
Yeah, it's a timestamp that's associated only to my body camera.
And what do you mean by that?
So with the body cam rolling, it constantly updates the timestamp with the date, the time, as well as my the serial number of my assigned body camera.
Okay. And when you say your serial number of the assigned body camera, what number are you referring to? Is that the number starting with the X60?
Correct.
Okay. What is this marking on the very top right-hand corner, just for clarity? The yellow marking.
It's the Axon logo, which is the company that provides us with the body-worn camera service.
So just to be clear, it has nothing to do with this case. It is just the camera systems marking itself, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Thank you. I have no further questions at this time.
Mr. Kading, any further cross-examination?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Larry?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
May this witness be excused?
Subject to recall, yes, please.
All right. You are excused. You may step down. Thank you. Please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be true and correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Please be seated. And Ms. Stone, you may inquire when you're ready.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good, thanks. Mr. Barnes, can you please state your name and spell your last name for the record?
My name is Victor Barnes, Barnes.
And Mr. Barnes, what city do you reside in?
Lacey, Washington.
And how long have you lived in Lacey?
About 11 years or so.
And who do you reside with?
My wife and my 2 younger children.
And when you say your 2 younger children, male or female?
Both male.
Okay. And are you familiar with someone of those children, Isaiah Williams? And did you live in that location in the fall of 2024, September, October of 2024?
Yes.
Where did or does your son Isaiah go to school?
Timberline High School.
And in the fall of 2024, do you know what year of school he would have been starting?
His junior year.
Are you familiar with someone named?
Yes.
How are you familiar with Fatima?
They were friends and began dating.
And were you familiar with Fatima's parents at all?
After a while, yes.
Okay. Had you met or spoken with them at any point, either or both at any point during the time Fatima and Isaiah were friends or dating?
Yes.
And just timeline-wise, when about did that occur?
I had a phone conversation with Hassan Ali on about September.
September of 2024?
Yes. 16th or 17th.
Would you recognize either Ihsan Ali or Zara Ali by sight?
Yes.
Okay. Do you see them in the courtroom today?
Yes.
Starting with Ihsan Ali, can you please identify for the record where he's located and an article of clothing that he's wearing?
He's sitting in the first chair over here, and he has on a gray blazer, it appears.
The record will reflect that the witness has identified Mr. Ali.
Thank you. And what about Zara Ali? Do you recognize, do you see Mrs. Ali, in the courtroom today?
Yes.
And can you identify for the record, please, where she is located and an article of clothing that she is wearing?
She's sitting at the end of the table over there with a black shirt, dress shirt.
And the record will reflect that the witness has identified Mrs. Ali.
And Mr. Barnes, without providing any details, was there an incident between your son and Miss Ali somewhere, or excuse me, Mrs. Ali, somewhere around September 17th of 2024?
Yes.
As a result of that incident, did you or your wife, or both, and Isaiah have any concerns for Isaiah?
Yes.
I'm sorry. Could you, it's one of Chuck.
I think they changed their mind.
No objection.
Based on those concerns, did you engage the court or judicial system for assistance?
Yes.
And what assistance did you request from the court system?
I went to go get an anti-harassment protection order against Mrs. Ali.
Protecting who?
Isaiah Williams.
Were you, in fact, granted a protection order?
Objection as to, well, I guess I would ask for clarification as to the date of the order that was granted.
I'm going to overrule that can be either further addressed if the state chooses to in other questions or addressed by you in cross-examination.
So you said you were granted that. Do you recall what court that order was issued out of?
The juvenile detention center over there in Tamar.
Okay. And do you that order, do you recall when that order was requested?
October 14th.
Okay. And who petitioned for that order?
I did.
And did you petition for it on behalf of yourself or someone else?
I petitioned on behalf of my son Isaiah,
How old was Isaiah at the time?
16 years old.
Okay. And who were you petitioning for protection against?
Mrs. Ali.
And when you say Mrs. Ali, do you mean Zara?
Yes.
And how did you make that request to the court? Meaning, is that something that you do online? Does that occur in a court hearing or something else?
I went in person. At a court hearing, yeah, court hearing.
Okay. As part of that court hearing, is that a court hearing that Miss Ali attends? Did she attend that hearing?
I don't recall seeing her there.
Do you recall who was there for that court hearing?
Myself, my wife, the judge, and other people there for their cases.
Okay. Do you recall who the judge or the court commissioner was for that hearing by chance?
Commissioner Rue.
As part of that court hearing, did you provide testimony or answer any questions of the court?
Yes.
And once that court hearing was complete, did the court actually grant a temporary order of protection with a follow-up hearing date?
Yes.
Do you recall what the follow-up hearing date was set for?
October 24th.
Okay. And do you recall what kinds of protections were put in place regarding Isaiah as a result of that hearing?
Wasn't allowed to come within 1,000 feet of him, the school, where he goes to school, his home, and just him in general.
Okay. Are you aware, had Miss or Mrs. Ali been to your home prior to that? Do you recall if she had been at your residence at any time?
Yes.
Okay. So would she have known where your residence was?
Yes.
Okay. The incident, again, without any details associated, was that associated with the school in any way, Timberline High School?
Can you repeat that?
Sure, let me rephrase that. The location of the incident that caused concern, where did that incident occur?
Timberline High School.
Okay. Had Mrs. Ali's husband, Ihsan Ali, ever been to your home before?
Yes.
So would he have also been aware of what that location?
Yes.
Do you know if Haneen Ali had been to your residence previously?
Not to my knowledge.
Okay. And do you know who was directed to serve a copy of that order on Mrs. Ali?
Lacey Police Department.
May I approach, Your Honor?
You may.
Mr. Barnes, I'm showing you what's been admitted as State's Exhibit 36. I'd ask you to look at that silently to yourself, review those pages, and then look up at me when you're done, please, sir. Mr. Barnes, do you recognize what I've handed you?
Yes.
And what is that?
A temporary protection order.
Is that the temporary protection order about which you've been speaking earlier today?
Yes.
Okay. And does that appear to be a true and accurate copy of that temporary protection order?
Yes.
Do you, as part of that process, receive your own copy of that order?
Yes.
So before today, have you had an opportunity to review your own order that you received from the court system in comparison to this order?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to take that back from you. Permission to publish, Your Honor.
You may.
Okay, Mr. Barnes, I'm going to ask you some questions. First of all, who is listed up top? I would say top third of the page here in the header block.
That would be my
Order were you requesting here, listed under the cause number?
harassment.
Okay. And is it a permanent or listed as a temporary protection order?
Temporary.
And what is the date for the next hearing that has been provided?
October 24th.
Did you attend that hearing?
Yes.
Okay. What was the result of that hearing?
Objection as to relevance as to what happened on October 24th.
Sustained.
Did you attend that hearing?
Yes.
Okay. And in terms of the order, what information then is followed on that order? Who is identified, I suppose, down here on the front first page?
Oh,
Personal information for Miss Ali.
yes.
Okay. And does it indicate, well, let me back up. What is this marking here on the document?
Oh, that's the stamp from the courthouse,
Okay.
making it official.
Okay. And what about on looking at page 2 of 11 on State's Exhibit 36? Who is identified and does it have his age listed on there?
Yes.
At the time that this interaction occurred, how long, to your knowledge, how long had Isaiah and Fatima been friends and or dating?
About a year or so.
Okay. So this wasn't, at the time of this wasn't like a brand new relationship between these two. Is that fair to say?
Very fair to say.
Looking at page 4 of 11 of